Want to introduce you to the staff that's going to be working the Super E this weekend. Right here to my right, I had to think about which way I was pointing here. Our Southern Regional Director, Mark Twig, Ogletree, everybody calls him Twig. There's a lot of other names too, you'll find that out through the weekend. Right here is our Louisiana State Director, Michael Perry. Our Oklahoma State Director, Brad Gordon. Our Oklahoma Assistant State Director, Bill Hancock. Tennessee State Director, Connie Jeanette. Your overall UIC for the Super E this year is Paul Armstrong from the great state of Alabama. Is that Jimmy? I've got him. Jimmy Brown will be your other UIC at the park. He'll be here later because of work. I got him. Bracket guy, when you get mad about the bracket later, this is the guy you go to. This is the bracket man. Steve Apple Frederick from Kentucky. I'm Sonia Ritchie. I'm the Southern Vice President. We do have one special guest. I don't think he's so special, but I guess maybe some of you will. But our Vice President of NSA and the Director of Umpires, Mr. Eddie Ray Cantrell. See, nobody clap for you either. They hate you anyway.
Yeah, I know.
All right, I'm actually going to turn this right over real quick to Twig, and he's going to take over some stuff right now, and we'll get you all the draw and get everything going here.
All right, so we'll hand out packets. Mike, you got those?
They're not. It's
okay.
no packets. It's just stuff they can take.
Okay. We'll have some stuff here for y'all to pick up when you come up here and draw your coin. Get to some of this stuff. This is just stuff around town here. This exit. I'll talk real quick. You know, there's Quaker Steak and Lube right here. There's Hooters. Those are good spots, guys, for hanging out in between games. There's a lot of stuff on this exit right here, though. I don't know where everybody's staying with hotels. I know that the ones we listed online, Days Inn, Quality Inn, Sleep Inn. I know a lot of y'all are not staying there, or several teams are not staying there. All I can say is, if you're not happy with the experience that you get at one of those other hotels, we've not talked to them. You may have got a great rate. I hope they do you right. In other words, the hotels that we went out and asked to give y'all a good rate, we know kind of what to expect from them. They same hotels we used last year. So I hope you have a good experience if you're not staying at one of our hotels. And I don't know where they're at in relation to where, I know some of y'all may be staying a pretty good ways away. I've heard as far as 40 minutes away. So I hope you got a real good rate when you're staying that far away. However, everybody that is staying on this exit right here, you're all going to be able to enjoy each other's company right here on this exit. So a lot of stuff you can do, and you can see some of that stuff up here. I think they got some coupon books and things like that. The parks, there's two parks. Obviously, you got Caswell Park, it's downtown, about 5 minutes away, and you got the Sports Park, which is the county park. It's about 15 minutes away. In this direction, Caswell and Carnes. That's called Sports Park. Make sure, when we're going over this, make sure that you know where it is you're playing. I mean, because it's not going to be an excuse if you go to the wrong park. It's going to be up here. You need to make sure that you know the park you're going to. Back and forth, it's about a 20-minute drive. We will be giving you the travel time if it's close. If you're playing, so within a reasonable time, we're going to give you travel time. But don't mess around. We don't have a UT game, a Tennessee football game this weekend, so traffic should be pretty cool. Last year it was a disaster. That happened last year, so we don't have to deal with that this year. Knoxville should be wide open. There's going to be travel checks. Some of y'all want travel money. If you come to Knox County Sports Park, Carnes, you'll see me after your first game. And if you're going to Caswell, you'll see Sonia. We're the only ones that's going to have the checks for that. So after your first game, come see us. Last year we did it at one park, and this year your first game we're going to make sure that we have, wherever you're playing, we have your check, so you don't have to go over to the other park. And I'm going to say it. I know Sonia's going to touch on it, and then after I get through saying it and she takes back over, I know she's going to reiterate it. I know that Paul and Eddie Ray are going to go over it in the umpires meeting. I can't stress this enough. I'm not just going to tell you this. I'm going to stress it to you if I can. 30 minutes before game time, if you're not there, we could have some forfeits. Okay, we really could, especially first games. 30 minutes before your scheduled game. First of all, before your first game, you need to be there at least
an hour and a half to get checked in.
Hour and a half to get checked in. Get wristbanded, okay? But after your first game, after you play your first game, 30 minutes, or after your first scheduled game, whether it's a forfeit or you play or whatever, 30 minutes before your next scheduled game. And I don't mean like at the park, warming up out in the parking lot. I mean ready to play when 2 umpires are on the field. Your whole team, not in the bathroom. Huh?
Line up turned in.
Line up turned in, not in the bathroom, not concession stand, ready to go. Here's what's going to happen. If you're not, you're going to be forfeited. And you're going to be just steps away. I'm seriously. Somebody's going to be in a parking lot, went out there to get a cold beverage, and you're going to be mad and you're going to be very heated. Just telling you now, so you know it. You've been warned in advance, and everybody understands that. Any questions from what I said? Everything. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. Above all, just want to let you know about that. And your travel checks, and about having fun is what we're here to do. So, Quaker Steak and Lube and Hooters, I recommend it.
He knows his food. All right. Gate fee. There's a $5 gate fee per day to get in. Not for the players. Nobody 10 and under. Any fans, it's $5 a day to get in. Keep your ticket with you. All right. On the rosters, when you check in, we need an ID. If you don't have an ID, don't even come to the park. You're not going to get in. You're not going to get banded. Coaches, if you're not a player on the roster, you will not get a ban. You'll sign the bottom of the roster where you do not get a ban. This is important. Every player that gets that band on their wrist must have matching shirts, same logo and number, or you're automatically the visiting team. Does everybody understand that? So I need all IDs. Don't come to us and go, well, so-and-so should have put him on the roster. Guess what? These rosters have been checked, triple checked, and double checked. If you're not on the roster today, you're not playing. Okay? If your information is different what your license says, you will not play. Have any questions or problems? Yes, sir.
Yeah, I got 2 guys. Actually, we just moved down to Louisville. They changed over their IDs, and Colt said that he could do to the roster.
What's the roster say?
It has their Indianapolis tag on it.
It should have the date that license was issued, so as long as it's recent, then we'll take that and we'll be okay with that, okay? I'll have a date of issue on that.
I got one guy in my team, he's got a messed up French last name, Lanoux, and I typed it in wrong on the computer. It's like 2 letters off his last name, but...
As long as the other information don't last, you're okay.
All right.
Any other questions on rosters? I'm not playing here because we have to face the wrath of the national office and Bill Horton, and we don't want to face that wrath. Some of y'all have dealt with Bill Horton, so some of you know. That's the way it's going to be. Are you a Michigan team by chance?
Indiana.
Okay, well, that's why you know about Bill Horton's wrath. Yeah, okay, as long as we all understand that. We are using the Dudley SY ball. It's a 44-400. Some of the other supers are using the 52-275 ball. All right, so something we're experimenting with a little bit right there. Bat checks. Going to cover this real quick. Due to some of you flying in and all this stuff is why we're not doing bat checks today. We will do random bat checks. So I would not put a bat on that field that you know is illegal because we're going to do bat checks. We're going to watch, and anytime we can walk up and say, I need that bat right now. And we are going to go check them at that point. Most likely on Sunday, we'll check all bats at that point. Does everybody understand that? Anybody got a problem? Yes, sir.
I just want to make sure now, what happens if you come up and you take one of my guys' bats and it doesn't pass? What's the consequence?
What are you going to do to test him? That's another
It's a
question.
pressure test.
Okay, a pressure.
Okay. What's the consequence of that? The reason I'm asking
If it doesn't pass, it don't go back on the field.
But there is no consequence to
Not
the
at
rest
that
of the
point
team.
because he didn't use it during the game that we knew of.
Okay.
We're just taking it at that point to keep it off the field at that point forward. Am I correct, Mr. UIC? Okay. Any other questions on bat testing?
But now, question for you.
You don't get a question.
Are they getting that back right after the term, or is that going to testing?
No, that'll stay with us.
Okay, so just so you know this, okay, just so you know this is probably don't be trying to take the bat out there thinking, well, if they throw it out, they'll just keep it till after the tournament's over with, because if it fails compression, we're taking them back to test them. So if it's illegal, you know.
I have a question. A bat that fails compression test is considered illegal. I thought it was an altered bat or a misused bat.
If the bat doesn't pass the pressure test, then
out.
it's not. It's the compression's off.
When a bat wears out and it's outside
Yeah.
of compression and it's not been altered,
It's no longer legal.
right, but I want it back to send it off because they warranty that.
Yeah, we'll give it back to you,
Okay.
but it'll still go and get checked, and then it'll be given back to you. Yes, sir.
You can't use it.
Hold on. You're about to speak up a little bit.
How do you challenge that if you think a person's using all?
$200 bat protest fee. We'll take the bat right then. Once you give us $200 cash, we'll go test it.
And if you win, you get it back. If not, me and Ed Ray eat steak tonight.
I just doing that. Y'all in that much?
You go to the next one.
Oh,
Hey, look, we got brand new bats. What if they don't?
hold on.
They don't play.
See 2,000, they just barely pass.
Hey,
When they're brand new.
It don't tell. If we pull it, you ain't getting it back.
You ain't gonna use it.
Hold on. I got another question back here in the back.
So you just put the money in, it doesn't pass your money back?
That's correct.
What happens to that player on a challenge?
he just get a bat taken away from him.
He's swung it.
He's hungry.
It don't make it.
My director up here is telling me, and he's the man that writes the book on that, and he's the one that does all of our equipment testing and everything. He's saying right there that player stays in, but that bat's gone. Did you see? Did you hear what he just said? At that point, we can't prove that he altered it, so he's going to stay in, but we're going to take that bat. Now, if we get back and manufacturer, he tested at our national office. Manufacturer tested, says this has been shaved. Now he's suspended that point forward. All right, we'll take care of that point when we get back.
Yeah,
we have to prove it first.
It goes on past this.
Yeah, it's not just us.
But right now, you're not testing any bats.
No, sir, because some of them just flew in, some had them in a car, or I can't prove where you've been or not.
So it's random testing at any time.
That's correct. Any other questions on that? I'll just make sure you didn't have your hand up, you were just resting. All right, if nothing else on that. Scorekeepers, hey, listen up. Scorekeepers will be upstairs at every complex. Make sure you take your lineup up there 30 minutes prior to that game. Okay, they are up there. We are furnishing scorekeepers. Oh, just make sure you know we have scorekeepers, so don't have girlfriends or whatever come up and say we're scorekeeper, we get in free. They're not going to get in free. So let's just end that real quick so we don't go through that. All right, now our UIC's going to come up here, cover some stuff, and then he'll answer any questions you all have.
Basically, guys, don't argue balls and strikes, okay? Not gonna listen to it. Watch your mouth. You get thrown for cussing, don't come to me. Each umpire's different. Some of them's gonna listen to a little bit more than others. Watch your mouth. Help us, and please, hustle on and off the field. And foul balls, hey, y'all help us throw them back in, okay?
Not in your ball bag.
Yeah, please throw them back in because, look, we're gonna be sitting there holding up games, waiting on balls to come back in. There's a chance of rain this weekend. We want to get this tournament in. So y'all help us as much as you can on the balls. Be nice, okay? You nice to the umpires, they're going to be nice to you, okay? You talk to them just like we're talking now, they're going to listen. You come out hollering and screaming, I promise you're not going to get what you want. You're going to get right opposite.
Y'all have any questions on rules that you want to clarify right now? Any questions at all?
And what's the pitching rule? You must toe the rubber, you got a box, or what?
Got to toe the rubber.
You got to toe the rubber.
Got to toe it. 1 foot's got to be on there when you release it. 6 to 10. It's $10 per runner. Unlimited. Yes.
So it's not 1 in any?
It's 1 in any.
1 in any.
1 in any.
Yeah, he was just
I was
on that
kidding.
unlimited.
I was talking unlimited to him because I know how he loves it.
There's runners this weekend?
Huh?
There are runners?
Yes, courtesy.
Anybody on the roster?
Yes, courtesy run. 1 in any.
Anybody on the roster?
Anybody can run.
Anybody on the roster?
Anybody on the roster.
Even if they're in the game, they can run.
On the roster?
Yes.
Clarify one thing on that, on the roster. I'm listed as the coach, but not a player, so I don't have to be on the field. I don't have to have a white shirt, green. I can just can be on the
You're just
field.
out there, you will not go in
Can
my
can you
game.
still be on the field without a like shirt?
Yes.
As long as you're not signed in with a band.
Right.
Okay, talking about shirts. Okay, all shirts have to match, okay? If you do not match, you got one guy that's got a different shirt. The other team gets his choice to be home team or the bat. He gets a choice. There will be no flip.
Hats and
As long as
pants
they're
come into
compliant.
effect at all?
What?
Just shirt.
His shirts. Okay?
Now, tell us to pull over or something.
We're gonna ask you to lift it up.
So I can still wear it?
Yes,
It's not
yes,
gonna make you freeze.
yes.
What about teams that have the guys with the same number on the back of their jersey?
No duplicate numbers.
Okay.
Well, home and away jerseys, same shirt, just like a white one and a blue one or something.
You're a visitor if you got a white and
Yeah,
blue on
we're
at the
gonna be
same
visiting.
time.
Okay.
Yes. 7 and 07 are two different numbers, okay?
So no duct tape 1s or no duct tape 12s on the back of.
Well, now, if you go duct tape and make it a different number, I mean, I'm gonna let you make that call, but I mean,
It ain't gonna
I don't have a
stay, it ain't gonna
problem.
stay on, so I say no.
okay, there's your ruling
Go
on
buy
it.
you a Sharpie, okay? Go buy you a magic marker, okay? Son?
So it is the umpire's decision on the matching jerseys,
Yes,
not the
umpires-
coaches.
Yes, the umpires will make that decision when they walk on the field.
So if the flip is made and someone walks up with a different jersey that may have been in the bathroom or something, do they have to redo the flip?
We gonna wait, we gonna
That's
look at
that's
that.
that's a good point
Let's talk about that right now.
because we had
A lot of teams will hide their jerseys and stand in the corner and wait till after the flip, and then they'll come out walking on the field. Do you
We
reflip?
had that happen to us. A guy had a
Ho, say that
pullover.
again, ho. Say that again, give me one of you speaking at one
The
time.
flip has already occurred. Everybody, because the coaches walked up and said, "Yeah, everybody's compliant," but when they take the field,
Can't play.
guy pulls his shirt.
Then he comes out of my game, he's done, because that
Can't
coach
play.
just lied to
Can't
me, so
play.
he's off the
Can't play.
field.
Okay.
Done.
So if they try that, then all of a sudden they're not matching in the second inning.
Sorry about your luck, you're out of my game.
Huh? What?
We had a guy, do you guys, do the umps line us up and check the wristband?
Yes, that's what they're gonna do.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, and just to clarify, it happened a lot last year, and I just want to say this. You went out and you bought these nice jerseys, first of the year, right? And now you missing some players. That guy paid for his jersey. He didn't give it back to you, so you can't pass it on to the next guy you just picked up. So you go down here to the local sporting goods store because you know you got to have a red shirt. But this nice, snazzy with white sleeves, it's red base color, but it ain't the same shirt. So if you've got these shirts, and I'm just being big, I know what's fixing to happen. You've got some guys that ain't exactly the same shirt, and you're going to think that's going to pass. Well, you might want to stop down at Walmart and get 12 white plain T-shirts that match, because that real nice dry fit and that cotton T-shirt probably ain't gonna match.
Guys, if we're both red, both blue, we're not gonna say anything, okay?
Logo.
Okay? But your sleeves is what we're talking about. If you got a red shirt with white sleeves, and then the rest of your team is solid red, that's what we're talking about. Okay?
It's gotta match, guys. It's gotta match.
You have sleeves.
We're not gonna look at dry fit versus cotton, okay?
Cut off sleeves is fine. I got somebody asking that. If you cut off the sleeve because you're one that don't like them, that's fine as long as the rest of the shirt and the logo and numbers match.
You said that the logo didn't matter. Shut up. Didn't you just say that the graphics didn't matter?
No. Who, me?
No.
No.
Tim?
The graphics do matter?
Yeah, logo has to be exact. It says it in the book, folks, exact logo.
And I'm just covering it because I know it's gonna be confusing.
You're gonna be a visitor. Hey, whoa! You cannot play if you come up after the flip, okay? And you're not in compliance. And you're not in compliance, you come up after the flip, you are gone back down, okay? Okay?
Any other questions here for rules? All right, live draw, so you get where to start talking and doing these things. Everybody got what they're doing here? Excuse me, guys, I'm gonna slide out there.
Last question about the rules thing.
Hold on, sit down. Got another question here. How's everything else there?
No issue. We got 2 cents. I'll tell them to leave the white ones at the hotel.
Okay, listen up how we're doing the draw here so you'll know.
All right, guys, here's the way we'll do this. No one that's from the same state will play each other in your opening round. That's the only thing we will guarantee. All right. The bye games will not count as far as that's concerned. If you're drawn out in the bye and the Indiana team wins their first game and goes out and plays the Indiana team, can't help that. All right. The best way to handle this, I will call the state that has the most representation here. We'll put them into the bracket to make sure they're not playing each other, and then we'll spread it out from there. All right.
Hold on, tell them they're going to see Connie.
Right here, you're going to see Connie. You're going to draw one of these coins on this coin. You give it back to her. She's going to read off the number. These gentlemen right here, they're going to put you in the bracket.
Coaches, this is your gift. It's the coin for the World Series this year. It's got the breast cancer, and it is a NSA's 30th anniversary. So it's a gift from us to you all.
He just said give it back. So do we keep it?
No, she's just going to read the number, and then you're going to take it back with you.
All right, let's get started so we can get out of this hot old room and get going what we're here to do.
Please hold it down till everything's done. The bracket will be up online soon after this is done.
Indiana, you're represented by 16 teams. Central Welding from Indiana, come up and draw.
Central Welding. Central Welding. Those guys didn't sign in. Draw down in front.
Number 1.
Wow.
Wow.
That's great.
You're going to be at 5 o'clock at Sports Plus.
Havoc, Fresh Prince.
Thank you.
Havoc, Fresh Prince. Hold on, I'll give you a game time, guys. You're at 8:30 tonight at Caswell Field 2.
The Vibe.
You get all this stuff. Any of the stuff you want, just rip one of those off. Thank you. Oh, no, you take these. We got boxes of them. Take all of them.
The Vibe.
The Vibe, it's Indiana. Oh, they haven't said yet. 15.
Boone Softball.
Sir, you're going to play at 9:40 tonight at Caswell Field. You got a vibe. It's a vibe. So I don't know who you're playing with. 9:40 tonight.
NPC Showtime.
What did y'all say, 18? Thank you. You're at 8:30 on Sportsplex 2.
9:40. Diamond 4, Caswell.
What are we doing?
I've had people get here 2 days ago. There's people still driving out.
1. No, draw again. We'll hold this one. You didn't do so good, so you just got 17. That goes to them, that goes back in your kid.
Team Rhino.
17. That was NPC Showtime. You play at 8:30 at Sportsplex Field 1. No, that's Knox County. It's the other one. Yes. Team Rhino.
Oh, you're good.
What numbers they do?
They call us, I'll go up there.
They're going to be at Caswell Field 4 at 5 o'clock tonight.
Borgie.
He's looking confident on this number. 33. Hold on. 33, it's good. You're playing at Caswell Field 1 at 8:30 tonight.
Straight nasty.
Grab a book.
6.